Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of SnowRunner, where you join me today in the ANK with its new enormous tyres. And today, what I'd like to do is open up some of the roads. So you can see I've got a waypoint set for the fallen power line. We also have the mountain bridge and a roadblock here that I'd all like to get cleared up today. There's also a rock slide up here that we might get to today, but this road here, these three here are the main priority, because I'd like to end the episode by getting the Kodiak. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to use the ANK to go ahead and do that. Now this thing is an absolute animal. If you've been watching this series up until this point, you'll know how much I enjoy this truck. It's the newest truck in the fleet, really, and it's the only one I took from Alaska. All of the other trucks are still in Alaska, and I'd like to keep them there. They might make an appearance every now and again for a little bit of fun, but I'd like to basically get another fleet of vehicles, of which you can actually do in Michigan. You can get a whole host of vehicles. We may even end up on other maps to get some other vehicles as well if we choose to do so, which we very well might. But first of all, we need to get this road cleared. So I'm gonna head up, grab the task for this fallen power line, and I'm going to grab the materials required and bring you guys back when we're ready to get the first obstacle out of the way. Okay, so we've delivered the metal beams that are required, and we need 2 concrete blocks, but this trailer we found here has 4 on it. This is quite a big heavy trailer, so I'm not sure this is really the best course of action, but we have better than standard trucks. I think that's a fair point to make, but we'll take this over. So far we're managing absolutely fine. This ANK is an animal, nothing slows it down. It's awesome. If you don't have the ANK and you have the ability to go and get it, go and check the previous episodes where I found it entirely by accident, because even I didn't know it was there. Definitely worth finding and using. It's an animal. It really is. But this will be the first of the obstacles in the road cleared. Got a couple of bridges to build, nothing too intense with that. I imagine they're going to take probably the same as this contract, but we'll have to wait and see. I can't remember what they take. They could take something completely different altogether. But either way, I'd like to, wouldn't mind emptying this trailer, because this trailer would be worth a couple of grand, I imagine. And I don't ever plan on using it, so... Oh, it is a heavy trailer. That's a heavy trailer indeed. There are $1,550. First obstacle done and out of the way. So now we can drive through here. Thankfully the barriers are not in the middle of the road, although this is not a road I really use very often. Maybe a handful of times this road will get used. This of course being one of them, but clearing the road is an important task. So this is actually a bit of a shortcut. There's a couple of different ways you can go off of this road. There's a shortcut down there that goes to the farm, and you can also take a shortcut just up here back down to the garage if you want to. And that shortcut to the garage, that's one I will use all the time. It's like my main way out of the garage is up this shortcut that takes you to the gas station that's just around this corner. I think that's the road there. While we're here, we are just going to get some gas, run over all the signs and things, the usual. Nice big fuel tanker sitting there. They're all gassed up, and if we just carry on along this road, this is really the road we're wanting to reopen. This is a frequently used road. Use it almost for every contract, in fact. Definitely all of the contracts on this side of the map will utilise this road. But for those of you wondering, the scout vehicle we were using in yesterday's episode, I did indeed sell it. I wasn't too impressed with the lack of race suspension option on it, so it's gone, and we just have the scout that we found, which feels more fitting to use the scout vehicle that's from this region, a bit like the Hummer in Alaska. I don't know an awful lot about the Scout 800, but how bad can it really be? This one just requires metal beams, which is awesome because they're all the way back in town. So, although the map is showing that there's some nearby, we can get them from the warehouse. It's just over there. Yeah, we'll go to the warehouse, seeing as it's so close. But what I'll do is I will leave this trailer here, and I'll head over to the warehouse, and we'll pick up those metal beams. Okay, metal beams obtained, and this AK, I can't. It's awesome. This rivals the Royal BM. I went and picked those metal beams up along a road that's supposed to be quite tricky. I'm sipping on a cup of coffee, steering with one hand, as it just does it when the engine doesn't stop. So it definitely feels a little bit cheaty to be wandering about Michigan with this, but that's okay. So there's part of the bridge built. What does it need next? 2 concrete blocks, easy enough. That's literally back where we just were. So I'll grab them. We'll get, in fact, 2 concrete blocks are on that trailer over there, so I just need to get on the other side of the bridge, which the only reason I came this way is because I was too lazy to make the corner to take me back that way. So I'll head over to the other side of the bridge just up here. We'll get these concrete blocks handed in. That will free up the trailer. You also get the concrete blocks from the warehouse where we just got those metal beams. So multiple options here. I could carry on straight and get them from there, but like I said, I do want that trailer empty. And this is the road here. I just didn't really want to reverse back to make the corner. Big boulder still there. Kinda expected that to roll down the hill. It's up past one of the watchtowers that we went to in yesterday's episode. This will also clear the trailer off of the out of the way of the road as well, because I did just more or less abandon it pretty much in the middle of the road. And knowing me, I'd have forgotten about it and absolutely tanked into it at some point later down the road. The only thing I'd say about this ANK is the amount of fuel it goes through. There we are, as we slightly roll back down the hill. There's one bridge completed. $1,850 this time. Nice and easy, and we'll find somewhere to abandon this trailer and deal with it a little bit later on. Here seems a good place as any. I'll just sort of leave it in the ditch. Seeing as it's empty now, and of, well, no use at all to me. It's not even slightly useful anymore. Sure, if I really wanted to, I could use it for something, but I don't like the trailers like that. I am going to be using trailers, but not that one. Next obstacle right here. So we see what this one requires, no doubt steel beams. Service spare parts. They also come from the warehouse, I believe. So just like before, I'll go ahead, I'll grab those, and I'll bring you guys back when this part of the road is open. Okay, here is the service spare parts, coming in a little bit quicker there than I was actually expecting. I'm sort of zoning out, but here we are, 2 service spare parts, being promoted to rank 20, which is awesome. It looks like there was a truck available for purchase there. And rank 20 is the highest rank I've ever been on a single playthrough, which is very cool. Now let's go and get ourselves a Kodiak. Somewhere along here there is a turning off to the left. I think it's this one here. I don't think that's the way I want to go, but I think I can go that way. I think that's how I get that upgrade part, which we'll get the upgrade parts another time, of course. For now, I just want that Kodiak. We've only got 66 litres of fuel left as well, which is a little bit concerning. Let's head down here into the sawmill. Just sawmill, if I remember rightly. It's very muddy. If I remember rightly as well, the Kodiak is in a lake. Let's see if we can avoid all these tree stumps. Let's have a look here to see where the Kodiak is. It is along this trail and then off to the left. As the light is beginning to go down on us. There it is, right there in front of us. Can I just change into that? I absolutely can. It looks a bit broken. Let's see if we can get it out of the water and get a proper look at it. And we're able to pull it out in reverse with the ANK, which is insane. It's looking a little bit worse for wear, but let's let's recover the ANK. And the Kodiak, and let's customize it and see what we can do with it. I don't expect an awful lot. We can't put a high range gearbox on it, but that's probably not the best idea. They look nice and aggressive. Yeah, we'll go for them. Sure, actually no, we won't bother with that. I do want a spare wheel, because it's me. I will probably need that. 1 snorkel, and engageable all-wheel drive, if you don't mind. I'm going to sell the rear-wheel drive, because of course. And we're going to put saddle low on there. And we can put a sun visor on it. Make it pretty. That's the one I prefer. I don't think I can put anything else on there. Front bumper. Yep, that one. Toolbars, always a win. Side protection. Cabin protection. And rims don't matter. There's DLC paint for this one. Absolutely going to go for that. And exterior, that shouldn't have clicked on that. That's a long list. Let's go for the wyvern on the front because why not? And let's leave the garage. We'll make it morning. Let's have a quick look at this. Look how awesome this thing looks already. It's an absolute animal. It's got all-wheel drive as well. This thing should be great fun, but let's get it a trailer. Not that one. That one is good, but maybe that's the one we're gonna go for. It's weird seeing these trailers without snow on them. In fact, that's the one I want. Not the right colour. It would be nice if you could customise the trailers, but a hitch is very far back. We may end up with another truck for the purposes of what this one is going to be doing. But for the time being, this is the truck I had sort of decided was going to do this task. And this task being to haul the semi-trailer. Didn't know I could do that. That's cool. But let's stop the engine in that one. We're going to jump back in the ANK and go and clear the final roadblock. So see you guys in just a second. Okay, here we are just outside of town, and I almost drove past it here, but this is the task for the rock slide. So metal beams, no problem. Service spare parts, maybe a problem. Shouldn't be too much of a problem because it seems like there's plenty things laying around. Metal beams we can just get from just right over here, in fact. Looks like there's service spare parts on that trailer there as well, so we might pinch that. There's the metal beams. Let's see if we can hook up to this trailer over here. Which is quite difficult with those signs there, because they are not signs that you can knock over. But the fence you can drive through. I'm sure I'll need this trailer later on for something else, but that's a problem for later on. If I can line myself up properly, it's a very weird camera angle to be doing this. There we are. And let's try and worm our way out of here. I'll just cut straight across this curb here. Pretend like we own the place. Now that's where we pick the task up, but that's not where we deliver to. Where we deliver is further along the road, which is why I almost drove past it in the first place. The bricks are going to be surplus to requirements, that's somewhat unfortunate, but what can you do? Saves me driving all the way across the map for some service spare parts. Plenty of task givers on this region as well. This is probably the biggest sort of map. It's the default map, if you will. The one where you start the game. So let's unload that and that. And that is all the roads cleared, if the mouse would behave. I did get a new mouse and it's got a button on it that makes it either clicky or spin super fast. It's very cool. But yeah, that's the road up to Smithfield Dam done. I do want to try out the ANK on this road and see how it gets on. All the bridges are built, apart from this wooden bridge. But we'll come to that, that's its own thing, we will do that soon. But for now, that's everything done, and as we're looking just now, we're 17% done, Michigan, which is insane. We're saying we've not really done anything. We've done 8 missions out of 90. Compared to Alaska, where we've done 68 out of 81. So that's cool. We found 5 out of 8 vehicles. There's going to be plenty to find here, that's for sure. But for now, that's all I have time for. If you have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe. You can also ring that bell icon as well, that way you get notified of all future uploads. And as always, you can join me over on Discord, and I will be back tomorrow with more SnowRunner. And thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.